Jai Gurudev. So in the end, was your mind silent or was there chit chat? How many found chit chat? How many found silence? And some I don't know. So if there is chit chat, why is there chit chat even after Kriya? Analyze your own Kriya. Tell me why. Does something bother me? I jump into something and bother myself. I hold on to something. An event must have happened during the week, yesterday, that I am holding on to. The event has gone. It has left me. I am holding on to it. I have this one precious day in the week, this one precious hour where I get a chance to go within and just be silent and relax. That also I waste. Are you seeing this? Yeah. So make a very strong commitment that when you come here, yeah, I'm just going to go there for silence. I promise this to myself. That 1 hour in an entire week is for myself. Stop jumping into things and thinking about it while you're doing Kriya. It's not for thinking. You've been doing it for the rest of the 6 days and 23 hours. 1 hour. I become a witness, separate myself from the chattering mind and just observe it. No involvement. If your kid keeps talking, mommy this, daddy this, and you don't give any attention to the kid, what happens after some time? It might cry also, but finally it will stop, give up and go and do its own thing. Have you noticed? That's exactly what the process of meditation or Kriya is meant for. But if you're not letting the process happen and you're jumping in and chatting along with the mind, then what's the point? You're just doing a breathing exercise. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So observe your Kriya. Homework for this whole week is every day you do your short Kriya. Observe. Am I just thinking while breathing? Or am I just being a Sakshi? How many of you have done Ashtavakra? Hands up. So most of you know what is Sakshi. Yeah? Am I just being a witness? Create that distance from the mind and just observe. Observe. It will chit chat for some time and then it will shut up. And that is the pure silence. That is what you are. You are not the mind. Yeah? So be in silence. And to experience that better, we can start with an experiment of maintaining silence all day. Now, when you maintain silence here, not speaking unnecessary, something that is not required. Yeah. What did you do? Where did you buy that? Where did you get that? Nonsense we go on. For the sake of conversation, we talk sometimes. Have you noticed? Just promise yourself, this week I will not speak for the sake of conversation. If the situation demands, then I open my mouth. Can you do that? For 1 week only. You will realize how many unnecessary things come up and say, say this, ask about this, and you're like, oh, this is not required. When you filter it out like that, you will notice how many unnecessary things come up in the mind. Yes, and this unnecessary chit chat is what really happens here. Because I allow it to happen here, it happens here. You understand, no? It's nothing but sense of sound. The more I speak, the more I listen to useless conversation, the more I have fed sound to the mind. And sound for the mind is just food for more thought. And it goes on, and then you're trapped in that cycle of thought. Yes? So observe this. Silence has to be like a commitment. Yes, you cannot say, oh, I will do all the drama during the entire day, and half an hour in the evening I'll sit down and do my Kriya and be silent. Can you be silent? Because the whole day I have actually encouraged this entire drama in the mind. It's not about external, it's here. This noise is going on, right? So you have to make a commitment to your own self. Then only it will work. Why do people drop out? Tell me. Of any organization, not just art of living, any technique, any meditation. Why?
No commitment.
Lack of commitment to your own self. It's not about the technique, it's not about the guru, it's not about the teacher. It's really about I wanting to be silent. Do you have that? Ask yourself. And how intense is this? Yeah? Do you want that $1 million more than wanting silence of the mind? Wait. I just gave you an example of $1 million. For you, it could be whatever, a relationship, it could be a car, it could be, I don't know, new gadget in the market, whatever. Think. Yeah? The most dear thing to you in the material world, can you place your commitment to silence above that? Then only will this happen. Yeah? And who can be silent? Somebody who finds himself interesting, no? Somebody who finds himself only boring, himself or herself boring. Can that person be with himself or herself? No, no. So then, the question for you to ask every day of the week to yourself. Are you interesting or boring? Yeah, only if you are bored with yourself will you want to go out and talk to him, talk to her, say this to him, say that to her. Because the mind is not content here. So it's looking for joy here. If you are content here, there is no requirement of a gathering here, get together, socializing, partying, talking to this person, talking to that person, watching this movie. It's all right. If it happens, it happens. But that attraction, that feverishness is not there. Yes? The true desire is to be with your own self. Yes? So this week's homework, be in silence and keep observing your own mind.
Where the chitta chatter still is there after Kriya or after any
Meditation.
thing that then isn't that where meditation practice is supposed to
Oh, meditation practice will work only if you are committed, na?
right.
Your commitment is to let go of that external factor that has created this sound in my mind. But if I continue thinking, Aruna said this to me, Aruna said this to me, and I'm meditating, but Aruna said this to me, then I said this to her. You're not meditating. You're sitting with your eyes closed and thinking. No use. I let go. Yeah, what are the 3 mantras Guruji says when you sit to meditate?
Do nothing.
I am nothing, I want nothing,
I do
and I do nothing. But you're doing. Aruna said this is doing. I want nothing is not there. I want Aruna to say the opposite because it bothered me what she said. Got it? Yes. Technique will work only if you follow those conditions. You're not following the conditions. Mechanically doing breathing in and out, is it going to work? Psychologically, you are telling yourself it worked today. That's it. That's why the effect is short-lived. That's why people come and ask me, you know, my first Kriya was so profound, and after that I've not experienced it. Yeah? Wasn't there a difference between the first Kriya and now? Because there you were so 100% with the teacher, with the instruction, I'm learning something new. Your commitment was there. That time you didn't think about anything else, but learning the technique really well and doing it 100%. After some time, your mind took it for granted. Oh, I know the technique. Now I can think on the side. Finish. The side business started. You see? We do that in meditation. We do that with art of silence. Whatever we learn, the extra techniques, we do that with everything. No need to blame yourself. Understanding that this is the tendency of the mind is important. You can't blame a little child for being mischievous and happy and chirpy. You can't blame the child. The child is like that. You have to understand what is the skill as a mother to instill discipline in the child, correct? You don't blame the child. Exactly like that. Do not blame yourself. Because right now you're identifying with the mind. It's actually the mind which is the child. Do not blame it. No blame game here. Understand, oh, this is the way the mind behaves, and the skill is to just separate myself and observe this drama of the mind. Got it? That is why knowledge is important. Just doing Sudarshan Kriya, you'll end up doing it mechanically for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Nothing is happening, no growth. Why? Because you did not understand Ashtavakra. Because you didn't make an effort to understand what is Sakshi Bhav. Same thing Patanjali says, same thing Narada says, different words. Narada calls it Nyasa. Yeah? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna calls it the Brahmi state or being a Sthita Pragya. Different words used for the same thing. Observe the mind. Guruji has given it to you on a platter. He says it to you again and again in the Kriya, remember?
But while observing it is, I mean, you just get involved in it, right? If you're observing, the thought is still there, and
Yeah, don't jump in. Observe means just observe, like a witness, like a catalyst. Did chemistry experiments in school? Yeah, even if you don't remember, but hydrogen and oxygen, yeah, 2 of hydrogen plus 1 of oxygen. When you combine them, what happens? Is water really formed? A catalyst is required. Refresh your memory. What was that catalyst? Electricity is required for 2 hydrogens plus oxygen. Electricity is not doing anything. It's just there. It's a catalyst. And you remember the meaning of catalyst we learned in school? Catalyst means that which does not get involved in the chemical reaction. It is just there. It is just present. How does rain fall? There's electricity, no? What is that? Lightning. Yes? That is combination of hydrogen and oxygen in the clouds. There is lightning and then rain falls. For it to turn to water, the catalytic effect of electricity is required. You be a catalyst. Don't get involved into the reaction like hydrogen or oxygen. You're getting it? When you are just a catalyst, you are at a distance. You maintain the distance from the mind. Yeah? Even if the mind says, do this, say bad to this one, do this, this person is like this person is like that. You don't start a dialogue. Your problem is you start a dialogue. Yeah, she said this to me, she's bad. No, then he said this. No, then this happened. Blah, blah, blah. I have started the chain. Don't you talk to yourself? That is involvement. Catalytic reaction or being a catalytic agent means not talking to yourself. Maintain this distance. Now you understood silence? That is the meaning of true silence. You go to an advanced course not to sit and talk to yourself, really. You actually go to an advanced course to stop talking to yourself. Yes, so those who are going for the next advanced course which is coming up, remember this. Practice this. It's easier to practice this on a 3-day silence course than, practice it with office and work and family and kids. It's very difficult. When you're on that silence course, completely separating yourself. Yeah? Even Sunday is a good day. Go home, tell your spouse and children, today I'm Maun Vrat. I'm on Maun Vrat.
They'll be very happy.
Yeah. Good. They keep their distance, you keep your distance, and just observe, can I maintain the distance from the mind even? Yes? That is true silence. Got your homework for the week? Practicing true silence. And every day ask yourself only one question. What? Are you interesting or boring? Yeah, this is poking the ego. That will bring you back to the practice of silence. Yeah? Lord Krishna did this to Arjuna. What will people say? Yeah, and then he's like, yeah, okay, I listen to you. Exactly like that. You have to learn to discipline your own mind as if it is your own child, your own disciple. Yeah, you be Lord Krishna to that little confused Arjuna inside you. You're asking a question. Cool. Yes, you'll all do your homework. Happy silence. Jai Gurudev.